Gamers, it is finally time for yet another What Should You Play video. We love to do these videos every single time that we have a new event in the game. This is actually a rerun of an event I think we had about a year ago, maybe a little bit over a year ago. I don't actually remember the exact date, but if you guys want even more deck ideas, you can actually go check out the old Limit 1 video, because a lot of those decks are still like somewhat applicable. You might add or remove some cards, but a lot of those lists from the old Limit 1 video are still going to be pretty playable. As for this one here, I mean, if you want a budget option, you really can just go into the loaner decks, because they have this insane, like, Visas, Kashtira, tier limit. Like, this loaner deck is just broken. Yeah, it has like no hand traps, but it's all engine. Yeah, budget option, this loaner is completely broken. It's actually ridiculous. So anyway, really good loaner. The other ones are like, okay, the Zodiac one is playable. I'd say this loaner deck is good, but I don't think it's nearly as good as the other one that we just saw, and this one just looks bad to me. Won't even look at it. As for us, I mean, as per usual, we have replays as well as deck lists from people in my Discord. If you guys would like to submit some deck lists in the next What Should You Plays, you should join the Discord. The link is in the description. So yeah, at this point, we're just going to go take a look at the lists, show you a replay for each of them, shout out the people that made them, and yeah, let's get into it. Oh wait, YouTube mode, YouTube mode, YouTube mode, YouTube mode. No, I'm not. And before we get into the lists, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Helps me tremendously. Everyone in chat has done it, and they all said their life got significantly better after they did it. So make sure to do that. The first list we're going to be covering here is, well, you basically have a loaner for this one. So if you don't have these cards, obviously don't craft any cards for this event. But if you wanted to play a different build of like Mannadium with like some hand traps and stuff like that, it's not really just Mannadium, but this one is way more Mannadium. Oh my god, even my voice, bro, everything's nothing's working, bro. Why am I so cursed today? This one, a bit more focused on Mannadium. This deck is coming in from Jadistic. And yeah, if you already have Mannadium, I don't think they're a bad pick at all for this event. Jadistic is also running this pretty cool Prisma engine. So basically, Hero Lives can summon Prisma. Prisma can send a monster listed on a fusion monster in your extra deck. So you can actually send the Visa Starfrost using Prisma. That turns your Prisma into a Visa Starfrost, which then allows you to get into your Scareclaw plays by making a Lightheart. So that's a pretty cool combo you have in there. Obviously, pretty expensive too. Like, I don't know if you want to craft a Hero Lives just for that, but I do think it's a sick combo that you have access to. So we do have a really, really good replay for this one that we collected, where Jadistic just basically bodied my deck. So we're just going to go take a look at that. So this is a replay against my very, very, very good Memento deck for the Limit 1 event. That is definitely going to work very well. So let's just watch the Mannadiums in action here. I think this is going to be one of the best builds for the event in general, most likely. Also, I'm running this card. No one else is running this card. I think people should run Orbital Hydrolander. It's just broken in Highlander format. Like, it's always going to be live pretty much. So yeah, I had the Ghost Bell for the Wanted, but at that point, I have nothing else, right? So we just get to go full Mannadium combo off of the Prisma, like I said earlier here. This line is so sick. So now we're going for the Field Spell, grabbing the Reichheart, search the Arrival, activate, bring back the Starfrost from the graveyard that we dumped. Now we can go for our Calarium, search Riamheart, pop the Reichheart, and we can go and search ourselves a Torrid. Yeah, in this event, because it's Limit 1, Torrid is actually your best like ball to pop in Mannadium, because it actually has a target. You don't have a second Meek to target with Meek, and you don't have I forget the name of the other one, but this is basically the only ball that will summon anything from your deck. So summoning out the Baron here, Baron will pop the Torrid, and Torrid will summon out a Meek, I think, from the deck, and we can bring back the Torrid here. So with the Meek as well as our Lightheart, we make Cross Sheep, summon out the Astrolaud, bring back our Riamheart, go into the Trisukta, bring back a Meek, and we can go into our Amritara, grab the Trap card, and at this point, yeah, we go for Lightheart, go into Elf, I believe, and we didn't have a really good level 10 synchro to make here with Astrolaud and Torrid, so we just go for an IP, which in my opinion, super respectable. I'm guessing you're probably running SP, right? Yeah, so on opponent's turn, you go Elf, you know, bring back a monster, make SP. Like, that's broken. Plus Book of Eclipse, which is, I mean, an interesting tech choice here. So setting the reframing, set the Book of Eclipse. Also, how the hell did you draw a Hero Lives and Prisma in a Highlander deck? That's crazy. But bring back the Torrid here with the Sprite Elf, and we go straight into SP on my normal summon of Memento Goblin, and that gets banished. And at this point, I'm just trying to bait out Interruption. I'm just being goofy. Bro knows that I can't do shit, so bro just, you know, counter traps my field spell, and, you know, negate, well, it doesn't have to negate the cross out obviously, and negates the Fusion Destiny, and I just lose, right? So nothing too surprising here, but you know, yes, Mannadium is likely to be one of the best decks in the event. Very, very good deck for the event. So from Mazinger, as usual, Mazinger bringing in, you know, the saucy list. We have a Limit 1 Runick Musketeer deck, which, like, I don't even know how you play Runick in Limit 1 because you have, like, 7 Runick spells, basically. Yeah, they all do that, right? So during either player's turn, you can activate magical musket spell / trap cards from your hand. Okay, so all the monsters make your musket spell / traps Runick spells. Runick can recycle itself in engine with Fountain, and Musket can also recycle in engine with Wild. So this one will shuffle back 3 into the deck and then draw 1. Okay, so that way you can kind of recycle your plays similar to the Runick engine, but worst. And then you have like some playmakers, obviously, like, you know, Fusion Destiny. I think everyone's going to be playing Fusion Destiny and DPE in almost every deck this event. Is just kind of free. Like, there's no reason not to run it, especially since your deck, since you're in Limit 1, might be a little bricky. So, you know, it's nice to have the backup plan of, oh, I have 2 monsters, I'll make Verte and like summon a DPE, right? So I think a lot of people are going to be running this engine. That makes a ton of sense. Yeah, like, I think the only decks that will not run DPE this event are like decks that are like already broken and like just don't need it. We do have a replay for this. It's from Maz, so most likely it's going to be a good replay. Again, all these lists are in the description if you guys want to copy this. This is definitely a list, like, I feel like if you don't have the cards, don't craft them. It's more so if you have the cards and want to try it, might be fun, right? But let's go check out the replay anyway. So yeah, this deck is geared towards going hard second, despite running the Runick engine. I forgot to mention that we were looking at the list, but Maz was running a bunch of like going second staples, you know, like the triple tactics, the lightning storm, the thrust, all that stuff. Oh my god, we're going against Floowandereeze with this stuff. Let's fast forward a little bit here, and it's our turn here. Gonna start with Lightning Storm on the back row. You'd love to see it. Wait, that was just Imperm? Weird. And we're gonna go for a Smiting Storm, and Bro's gonna go for a Maxi. I think we're probably just gonna like a Fountain Pass here, right? Oh, going for the 2 draws. Okay, that makes sense. Going for a Runick Tip, get another draw and a search. So we're gonna get to draw for 2 here. Got a Freezing Curses in hand, a Thrust. Oh my god, bro, you popped off. And, oh man, okay. Putting the DPE in defense here to play around the M-Pen. And just popping the M-Pen as soon as possible. And yeah, I mean, for the amount of draws you gave your opponent here, the amount of control you built up is actually kind of crazy. You have like 3 really good interruptions. So like Robina will obviously get negated here. Okay, do they have more ways to extend, or... Yeah, shuffle back these Try and the Mega Monarch. Oh, no, this guy's not win, so you can't even use that even if it was. Oh my god. Pop the Called By. Lucky as hell here. So we get to bring back the DPE. They're going to go for Imperm on DPE. We're just going to chain DPE here. Why not? Let's just get rid of that back row while we're at it. What a waste of an Imperm there. All right, so we normal summon the Musketeer Casper and just swing over Robina. Okay, so yeah, I guess it didn't really make any sense to go into the Link 1 while your opponent controls no cards. They're going for Eaglin here. We're going to negate the Eaglin with our Freezing Curses. They're still going to get to add back Robina. We don't get a battle phase next turn, which is probably why this duel lasted a couple of turns here, but feels like you've been in control pretty much the entire game. Bro, DPE is actually crazy in this matchup. Yo. All right, bring back DPE here. All right, summon out the Musketeer, and we're going to go for the Max. Max can add 1 card to your hand since your opponent controls 1 monster. And then we're going to go ahead and activate our, what is it called again? Sorry, the Dancing Needle, shuffling back. Or is it banishing 3 cards from the opponent's grave? That's kind of weird. Anyway, going into Pit Knight early here. Battle phase is skipped, however, because of the Runick cards. So we're just kind of waiting here to see if we can get lethal the next turn. Negate again using the what's it called, the cross domination. Sorry, I'm not familiar with Musketeers. Okay, I am not familiar with them. You go for DPE on another back row, bro. Like, your amount of control with just DPE this game has been disgusting. DPE literally carried here like crazy. All right, so should be able to get lethal this turn, I believe. Shuffling back 3 to get a draw with the Wild here, and just swinging in hopefully for game. Going Slumber just for the disrespect a little bit here. That's okay. Had to BM a little bit at the end there. You really had to do that. Yeah, good replay. Yet another replay where I see Pit Knight early get summoned and I don't see its effect being used, but still, really good replay as always for Maz. If I'm playing against Floowandereeze, I'm BMing. Like, I get it. If I can BM against a Flu player and I'm feeling a little spicy, you know? Nah, I get it. Totally. I'll be fair here. Bro, I've done that shit on stream. So this is from Kenny Pickering. It's Limit 1 Fire Warriors. And again, all these lists are linked in the description. This, I'm sure it's crazy, but I am so freaking bad at Infernobles that I don't even know how to talk about this. Like, basically, my understanding, I'll say the super surface level, this deck is crazy because any 2 warriors is Isolde, which is basically full combo, and there's way too many ways to get 2 warriors on the field in this deck, even in a limit 1 format. That's like as basic as it gets for my explanation of why this is good. I'm sure this is going to be one of the craziest decks. I'm just bad at this deck. We are going to go watch the replay though. Kenny is quite good at the deck, so let's just go see that instead. Let's see these Infernobles in action. I know the deck enough to commentate it. I just don't know it enough to play it or understand it. So here we're going for... I already don't know what happened. Anyway, we got our Durandal equipped to our red layer. We pop the Durandal. We get to summon out the Ogre. I think that was our normal summon. And we dump with Ogre the Turpin. Then we get to activate Joyeuse, bring back Turpin from the grave with his own effect, and make King Dempsey, bro. Got Epo over here, searching the Renault. Then with these 2, we're going to go into our Isolde. Activate Isolde. Our opponent does have Valor, so I don't know if they're going to use it, but okay, so they do use it. I mean, that's pretty impressive, actually. If we're seeing a combo where Isolde gets Valored, and we don't even have a second Isolde, right? So let's see here. So Isolde is completely negated. So summon out the Renault, get our Durandal. I guess we could just bring back the Isolde with the... Yeah. With the Promethean. Okay, that's what you're doing here. So you're going to go for Promethean. But... Oh, no, because Isolde is not even fire, so that doesn't work. All right, so shuffling back 3 into the deck to get a draw, I think, with the Turpin here. Then we can bring back the Ogre with these 2, go into our Angelica. Angelica can add to hand the Museum. Then we can go for the graveyard effect of Turpin. To equip itself to a card, and then because she was targeted, she gets to dump a card and special summon out the Captain Roland from the extra deck. We activate the Noble Arms Museum field spell, search the Almace, graveyard effect of Ogre to equip to Captain Roland. Then we summon out the Ogre with our field spell, which is not once per turn. Well, not a hard once per turn. We get to go into our Emperor Charles. Then we get to trigger... Wait, what the... Almace does that? Oh, okay, so Almace gets to add back the Gear Free to hand. Sorry. I can't follow this deck, bro. Bring back the... All right, going to Emperor Charles the Great here. Bring back the... Bring back the Knight Emperor in the back row. We summon out the Gear Freed. Get the effect of Magus. Dude, this deck is going to be super broken this event. Okay, so... I mean, this isn't that crazy. You didn't get full setup here. Really not that crazy, but to be fair, Isolde did get negated. So if Isolde didn't get negated, I think we were just getting the full board here. So this is still pretty solid, honestly. Rendered Regained here. We get to trigger the Roland Grave and equip it to our Charles the Great, which gets it a pop, right? Because it copies the effect. Yeah. So we get a pop here, actually. Okay, so that's another interruption. That's actually really, really good. Get the Planet Wraithsoth here, summoning out the Unicorn. Oh, get to trigger the Promethean Princess. So we actually had 4 interruptions. I forgot about the Promethean Princess in Grave. That's really, really good. So at this point, yeah, tag out, pop. We get to bring out our Promethean Princess. And because our Angelica was targeted, we get to banish her and dump a card. They summon out the Mathematician. We're going to call by the Orcus Harp Horror. Yeah, dude. Okay, yeah. You did like totally wash this guy. Yeah, that was really good. That was a really good replay. I'm not going to lie. Really good replay, especially since Isolde got negated and you were still able to play. So these are still about to be the ops. Even in Limit 1 format, this deck is still the ops, bro. I'm going to get demolished by this deck if I see it. I just know it. If you have Infernoble, probably a good pick, honestly. It's probably one of the better decks. Oh, God. I don't even want to think about the Mikanko version in Limit 1. That sounds also broken. What the hell? Yeah, so, okay. Obviously... with almost every event, Arrowman Mike will send me his like dino list that he cooked up for that event. Limit 1 is no exception. This one is like crazy. So what Arrowman Mike is going for here is he's just like, he's got all these different 1-card engines mixed in with dinos. So I guess the idea is like worst case scenario, like I can just do the 1-card combo with Mathmech, right? So we have like the circular and the sign up mining. If that doesn't work, we can do like a Diabel Starline and get into the whole like evil sword combo that I showcased on the channel at some point. This seems like a pretty interesting way to play the deck. I definitely think if you want to play dinos, it's probably correct to play a bunch of 1-card combos or like other engines that can kind of do their own thing, even if you don't get your full Dino combo in hand of like, you know, Misk Baby or OV Baby. He's also opting to play Bistils as well as the DD Crow because Tier Limit is probably going to be quite popular this event. Might main deck Bistils after seeing Mike's list. Visas Loner will be popular. True, even again, yeah, that's true actually. Even against Visas, the Bistils are pretty good. I think they're going to be live a lot of the time. Everyone's going to be running DPE, so I think Bistils are a really, really good call for this event, actually. I agree. You're right. Anyway, let's get into that replay here. Give me a second. I'm just going to go fetch it. Dinos, as per usual, showing up in the deck showcase. Dinos are just the event kings, man. Dinos are the event kings. So this hand has, like, no Dino cards. So I guess we're seeing everything else than Dinos. Although we do get the Evil Zor line with the Snake Eyes cards here. So we get the Sinful Spoils. Sinful Spoils send the Diabel to the grave. Summon the Mega Corella. Mega Corella can tribute itself and discard a card to summon out the Leos. Leos is going to set the Evo Singularity, which is basically a free Lars on opponent's turn. Then we dump the Misk. We can summon the Sakitama as a free extender. Go into Alimbertion. And then we're going to go Alimbertion, detach 2, search a Circular. We're going to go for Circular, dump Nabla. Then we can summon out Circular, go for the effect of Alimbertion, bring back the Nabla. Then we can trigger the Circular, grab our Super Factorial, activate Nabla to summon out the Diameter. Use Diameter as well as Circular to make Flame Banshee. Banshee, search Nemesis Flag. Go for Misk effect, banish 2 to summon a Petite. Then we go for Nemesis Flag, shuffle back a card into the deck to search Corridor, shuffle back the Misk into the deck. Then we can use these two to go into Elf, make Colossus. So we've got a Petite that pops at end phase to summon a Ovi, dump a Leos. Oh, okay. Oh, because you have to shuffle back the Leos. That makes sense. Okay, interesting. Oh, and we're playing against Dinos? What the hell? Okay, so anyway, on summon here, we're going to go for Evo Singularity. We get to go for Sprite Elf effect to grab our baby. We get to go for Super Factorial summoning 3 to make our Laplacian. So we got our Laplacian here. We get to summon the Petite. We get to make a Lars, which is 2 Omni Negates. Like, what the hell, bro? This is actually the craziest board we've seen out of all the replays. This is super broken. Yeah, this is nuts, dude. Misk effect in the grave here. We're going to go for Laplacian Omni Negate on the Misk in grave to not get a summon out of the deck. And I think it's over right there. I mean, what the hell do you do? Yeah, I mean, like, what were you supposed to do there? Nah, dude. Nah, dude, this is actually insane, bro. Yeah, I might try this list. That sounds like a lot of fun. I think I'm going to try this. I think this is going to be my list. That Dino deck is insane, dude. Okay, so this is the last deck I wanted to showcase, and I did show a version of this in the last limit format. What should you play, like from over a year ago? It's Plant Generator, but now you can also make use of the Snake Eyes engine to just have another like nice little 1-card combo, you know, using either Original or using Diabel or 1-for-1. Well, 1-for-1 really you're going to always be using to summon a Genius Loki anyway. But yeah, it's just like you just have all these little engines. And honestly, if you guys remember the last Limit 1 event, the consistency on the Sunavalon stuff is just super absurd for a like Limit 1 format. It's actually insane how consistent this stuff is. And then the Generator stuff obviously can break up your hands a little bit. I do think this deck is super crazy, like really, really good. And I did want to showcase it, especially since he said it got a little bit better. So I didn't want to just tell you to go check out Plant Generator from the last Limit 1 video. So I definitely want to see this in action. It's just, there's so many ways to get to your Sunseed Loki in Sunavalon. And that's this card, this little normal monster, is just a 1-card combo for this deck. It's so broken. So yeah, we're just going to go do that. We're going to go check out the replay and I'll do my best to commentate it. Hopefully he plays more Generator stuff and less Sunavalon stuff so I actually have a chance of knowing what's going on. But let's go check it out. Plant Generator, Snake Eyes. Let's see it in action. Let's see how good it is. If it's as good as I remember, it's like broken for Limit 1 format. So we're starting off here with Lone Fire Blossom, which is full combo. But we do get Cyframe Gear Gamma, so maybe here. Although Lone Fire Blossom is a fire, we will get to bring it back with Promethean Princess using the Poplar engine if we're lucky. Oh, you're going for a Mardell here. Yeah, true. Okay, I was thinking you would just normal summon the Poplar here, but fair enough. So Foolish the Vala. We're gonna go for Vala effect. Discard the Mardell to summon Vala. Vala, bring back the Mardell. Oh yeah, you're just going straight into Generator plays here. So just grabbing the boss stage. Using these two here, going into a Leviathan, and then I think you just tag it out into the bigger one on opponent's turn and suck up a bunch of materials, right? Set up the field spell, get to summon your Lopter, summon a bunch of tokens. Pretty much standard stuff, right, for the generator engine here. I appreciate that you went for generator stuff with this replay because it's a lot easier to commentate. Insane replay. Chat. That was an insane replay here. If you guys want to, you should probably, like, I'm just saying this for the people on YouTube here. If you guys want to see this deck really pop off like crazy, I did also feature the plant generator deck on my last Limit 1 video. And the combo on that replay is insane, and you can do it in both events. So might want to take a look at it just to see how crazy it is. But yeah, dude, this event is going to be fun, man. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm probably going to stream a bit of it tomorrow. I'm going to do a pretty long stream, I think, for this one, you know, a couple hours. It seems so fun, and there's a lot of decks I want to try. So I know we didn't showcase as many decks as usual for the deck showcase today. Honestly, it was super short noticed. Like, dude, they announced this thing like 2 days before the event started, so people didn't have a lot of time to send deck lists. So I don't really blame my Discord for not sending that many decks. It's all good at the end of the day. The Fusion Link one is coming up pretty soon on the 19th, I believe. I'm not going to be in town, so I talked about this earlier, but we're going to need all our replays by the 16th. So if anyone is in the chat right now and hasn't ever sent a list or a replay for like a what should you play, maybe now would be the time to join the Discord and like help out. We need a lot of lists by like in 3 days, basically.